Another 3 a.m. wake-up call. Another adventure with Chris. This time we're heading to Acadia National Park for a little run in the heat. 26 miles. One end of the park to the other. "4:56 a.m. Acadia National Park. Chris and I are gonna do a trail run today that just happens to be 26.2 miles up and over all the major peaks on the east side of the island. So we're calling it the Acadia Mountain Marathon. Gonna be a hot one today. Battling the heat and humidity, but what a perfect way to see Acadia on foot on every mountaintop.
And I don't think we've been here since we biked the Maine Coast in the pandemic, like 4 years ago. So
yeah,
nice to be back.
That's true. We have a New England Outdoor Adventure channel, and this is our first kind of deep dive into Acadia National Park, so we're super excited.
I think we're gonna go more than 33 minutes today. Yeah. Let's dismiss that. Here we go.
Mountain number 1, Norumbega.
Sun is glistening on my forearm a mile in. 26 miles in Acadia National Park on literally the hottest day of the year. It's only 5 a.m. and we're drenched in sweat.
Chris and I are taking salt pills because we know we're gonna sweat so much today.
It's only 6:30 and I feel like I've already lost a couple pounds of water weight.
Bald Peak.
Number 2.
Number 2. Parkman Mountain number 3. Dead bugs collecting in the arm sweat. And we know we've reached peak saturation when the sweat drips off the brim of the hat. Now we say this is a trail run, but in reality, a lot of the trails in Acadia are so steep and technical that it is just absolutely impossible to run. It's more of a scramble, hand over hand, going up, or having to be really careful on the way down. I mean, look at these roots. Can't run that.
Another one.
Sargent Mountain. Oh. Penobscot Mountain.
Just love the contrast of super technical ascents and descents. When you get above tree line and you're on the summits, all that pretty much goes away and they're just smooth, balded out granite. And it's just the most beautiful, pristine running, flowy, with just views for miles. Just filling up some water. We've already gone through an entire 2-liter bladder, each of us. We're only about 8.5 miles in, so definitely feeling the heat today, but it is one hell of a day and a hell of a place, so we're not complaining yet.
Saying bye-bye to the Jordan Pond House. No time for tea and popovers today, but maybe tomorrow. And now we look at the bubbles.
I've never seen it from this angle.
Every 8-year-old's favorite mountain. South Bubble. Chris, you want to walk up to Balanced Rock and push it over?
I mean, honestly, it kind of looks like I could push it over. This guy's gonna try. Let's get him to try first.
Oh, jeez.
Got a little more force than that.
Not doing it. Hey, North Bubble.
Starting to feel hard now.
Starting to feel hard. And we're just about halfway, but not quite.
We can see our big climb right there, and then the even bigger climb over there. It's gonna be
What an iconic view.
iconic. I really don't know if I'll be able to finish. Kind of just taking it step by step. Here we are, Connor's nub. It's a pretty small nub, honestly. He's probably a little self-conscious about it. But 588 feet. Bummer.
Stacking the vert.
More than a half marathon in. We're now on the ascent to Bennett. And the climb is mostly just a bunch of bullshit. Lots of bullshit. And over here, Acadia National Park for you. A nice reprieve from the record-breaking heat in here. So cool.
Bennett
Another one.
in the full heat.
In the full heat.
This one's one of my favorite summits in Acadia. I love how open it is. It's one of the few summits in the winter when there's enough snow that there's ski lines on, and you're away from the crowds like some of the other mountains. I just love this mountain.
Mr. Chris Bennett just doing water duties over here. A pretty nice view to do that.
With the filter.
Got Cadillac right up here. Last big climb. Got 2 climbs in total really left. It's pretty hot. Definitely pretty smoked. Yeah, this is probably one of the harder efforts I've had in a long time, given just the status of the day with the heat. For me, again, don't deal with it very well. So this is fun for Chris. He gets to baby me today. Consider an alternate route, Chris.
I will not.
Do you have sturdy hiking shoes?
I mean, what's more sturdy than a pair of Hokas? Well, this is the beginning of Cadillac. Fun fact, Cadillac is the highest mountain on the Atlantic coast between the province of Labrador in Canada and Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. So for like 8,000 miles of coastline, North and South America, this is the highest point, 1,600 feet. And here we go. Also the biggest climb during our day, but we're well over halfway. We can smell the end a little bit. It's still pretty far away, but we're getting there.
Yep, big climb ahead. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
More or less the heat of the day now. Our heart rate is sitting at 170, which is way too high for this type of thing. It's just so hot. Now, this doesn't help. This trail is absurdly steep. Goes up 1,000+ feet in a mile.
Starting to get a heat rash on my bicep.
Yeah.
Love it.
Just completely drenched in sweat here. This has been just a glistening tonic of sweat all over my body for the last 5 hours. Pretty much since we started moving. Lemonade, it's all Cadillac for our burning bodies. All right. Let's go.
Yeah. Summit of Cadillac. We just tagged. There's a road to the top. Lots of people, and we are getting out of here as fast as possible.
We are very appreciative of the eco store.
Yes.
Lemonade and chips
Yes.
that we got. The wheels are officially coming off. My toes are cramping on both feet. That's always a good sign. It is just inhumane out here.
Boom. Door Mountain. Getting close to the end.
I'm a big one. We're 20 miles in. We've got 6 miles left to complete the Acadia Marathon, and we are not going to complete it. Chris and I don't feel comfortable going back out into the sun for another 1,000-foot climb in the absolute heat of the day. The sun is just beating down on the final climb. And over there, it just doesn't feel worth it to us. And that's okay. We don't finish everything that we do outside. I think that's an important lesson. We've had a good day out. Heat exhaustion is a real thing. I've certainly felt it before. I'm not there yet, but I have a good feeling that if I were to start hiking up there in the heat of the day, I would be there. And to be honest, it's not really worth it just to complete an arbitrary 26-mile run. It's kind of silly. So we will be making our way to the Free Island Shuttle, where hopefully there is crisp air conditioning and a horde of tourists who smell better than we do. But he can't get on because it's closed.
Out of service.
Out of service.
So we're gonna bum a ride back to Sand Beach. Maybe. Patrick here, we bummed a ride from him in the parking lot.
What's up?
He's a lifesaver, and yeah, that says air conditioning.
Yeah,
Which is quite nice.
3 degrees, feels like 120.
All right. We made it to Sand Beach.
People decided this is a good idea.
Yeah, lots of people. Lots of people. But also a very cold ocean. We bailed, but I feel content with our decision. We have, my phone said we did 21 miles, and we'll be back to finish this thing up.
Feels like 90, 100 degrees where we're hiking, and now you're in.
This water is definitely
like 45 degrees.
45 degrees, so.
And we're freezing. The extremes today are very real.
Yeah. So, all right.
That is it for today.
Acadia National Park. Until next time.